Bradford Woods, Indiana University's 2,500-acre outdoor recreational facility, doesn't look or feel like a hospital. But this serene setting has served as the backdrop for hours of healing throughout the last quarter century.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Healing that has been accomplished thanks to some very special horses. Horses responsible for moments like this. Laughter, a sound not often heard from an autistic child. Serenity,
what's up, bud?
a sense of peace not often experienced by veterans of war. For more than 25 years, horse therapy has been conducted at Bradford Woods, helping both children who are physically or mentally challenged, and more recently, veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
We're not physical therapists or occupational therapists, but we are certified therapeutic riding instructors. You're doing good. And it just so happens that our tool is our horses.
I think it's a program that hits volunteers and it hits the clients in such a unique way. They want to come to therapy. They're excited to come and ride their horse.
There you go.
Most of the horses at Bradford Woods are rescue horses, like Taffy.
I'm putting rings on Taffy's ears.
Taffy has a gentle nature and never balks.
One of the things that we look for when we bring a new horse into our program is to evaluate their temperament. They really have to be a step above a really broke horse. They have to go to the next level because many of our riders show excitement by flailing their hands and kicking their legs. And a horse needs to understand what's really going on, and the good therapy horses do understand that, oh, that's just my rider having a good time, and I'm not going to react to that.
Back.
13-year-old Parker Eaton, who is autistic, has been riding Taffy for more than a year in the Horseshoes for Hope program.
She is going to be our forever child. Little things excite her. SpongeBob will always be her favorite, Thomas the Train, those type of things. So she is going to be like a forever kindergartner in a grown-up's body.
It seems like right before horses started for us, we had not necessarily a bad month, but a bad year. And then we started riding, and we might have a bad evening now, but nothing like it was.
Parker, I want you to come and make a U-turn right behind Natalie, and we're going to change directions.
We've done the diets, we've done the different medications we've done, and this works.
During Parker's time riding Taffy, she's made substantial progress in her ability to communicate with others.
What's the farthest state out west? Do you know?
California.
It's all about the connection with the horse. Immediately they start trusting, and they understand this horse isn't going to do anything to hurt them. Because of that comfort zone that they have found themselves in, the walls seem to come down.
It's also helped improve her balance.
Hands up, Paul.
Our next exercise is we take our hands straight out to the side. Okay.
I think that it just kind of helps center her and calm her and bring her back into the moment, which with autism, a lot of times those kids are not in the moment, they're somewhere else.
The big one that I see is behavior. When you have someone that you can't necessarily control, behavior is everything. It is huge.
I mean, there's something to it.
Horse therapy isn't limited to children. In 2010, Indiana created a new program, Horses for Heroes, designed to help those who survive the terrors of combat readjust to civilian life.
I just absolutely love lunging the horses.
Justin Inna-Bennett was a Marine in the Iraq War.
I suffer from PTSD, and they tell me I have what's known as slight TBI, traumatic brain injury. One of the toughest things for me was, dealing with everything and dealing with loss over there. I was just bouncing around, homeless, couldn't get anything together, couldn't hold a job really that well. It was just horrible. I actually attempted suicide, and I tried as hard as I could. But I was actually saved by another Marine, and a couple Marines came to my aid.
Many of our veterans, when they're out in the real world, if you will, are threatened by just day-to-day activity. This is a place where he can come and realign himself again and make the relationships that he was so afraid of without being afraid that he's going to get hurt.
Working with others and trying to get back into these relationship skills has been huge. I hope it will keep going. It's going beautiful.
There's limits to what we can accomplish, as individuals, but when you add an animal into the dynamic, it's been proven time and time again how therapeutic that is.
If we were to purchase a horse and have him in the backyard, we would not get the same effect. I know that. Because if we would, we'd have a horse. It's brought peace to our family.
Working with John, he's opened my eyes. Coming up here has been so therapeutic.
I think Winston Churchill said it best. He said, "There's something about the outside of a horse that's good for the inside of man."